This is Rift Hero. Basically, it is a wave shooter that you can upgrade your weapons, increase your health, attack, fire rate, critical damage, and crit rate. And this is a mixed reality game, so you can see my house. Let's go. I already did street, let's do subway.
After the Rift have cleared the street, let in transit.
Where are the... there we go. This game is still pretty early access. It does not have a full release as of yet. But as you can see, it is a fairly basic game when it comes to graphics as well as gameplay. There isn't too much to learn. You basically have the ability to upgrade certain things at certain times in the middle of your game once you pick up these coins and these... oh man, I'm getting swarmed. It definitely feels like this second level is a lot harder, but I will say that... where's my health? Oh, my health is up there, so even though I'm getting hit pretty constantly, I'm not actually really in any kind of danger. Once you fill up this blue bar here, then it allows you to upgrade your weapons, so we can have some defenses where we have barbed wire that hurts enemies in this area here, as well as a shotgun, which is higher damage at close range, or a Gatling gun, which is higher fire speed and larger capacity, but not as much damage. The weapons themselves don't feel like they have any weight to them. Like, you can just move your arms around and you really can't have any kind of sense of them actually being attached to your arms. They tend to be a little bit floaty, which is something I'm not a super huge fan of. And I wish there was a little bit better interaction with the environment. Right now there's just a hallway that's going into, but I think it would be a lot better if you could somehow actually scan your floor and have it be a lot more structured. See, it's kind of just clipping through the wall there. I would like it to be a lot better in terms of where it is located and perhaps easier to change the location so it's more realistic. So now that we have our Gatling gun, we can start firing a lot quicker, even though it doesn't do as much damage. One thing I really like to be able to see in this game is the ability to actually kind of get a visual representation of your damage. So currently there's just blood splatters everywhere. It's really not anything useful in terms of actually knowing whether you're hitting anybody. Seeing some damage numbers would be nice. Like, I have no idea what damage the Gatling gun does versus the regular gun. Even crit hit rate, so there's no indication as to whether there's any kind of critical hit. There's no indication of how much damage you're doing. It's just an extremely basic game, and I really hope that they are able to increase the visualized aspects of this type of shooter, which is different numbers, different sizes popping up depending on your damage. So like 100 would be a lot better, be a lot bigger than a 1, and just having like yellow be crits or like red be crits, something like that. Just any kind of indication as kind of what damage you're doing, because currently you just really can't tell anything. So we have the option to choose between a shotgun, increase the critical hit rate for machine gun, or a barbed wire defense that hurts them on the way through. I think we're gonna go with shotgun because we're getting swarmed so much. I will say they did update the shotgun since the last time I played, and it seems like it, at least feels like it does a lot more damage. And visually, with the knockback, it looks like it does a little more damage as well. Now we have another upgrade, so we can upgrade our health. Honestly, I don't really see any reason to upgrade health, at least in this kind of stage, because we've been swarmed like crazy almost constantly, and we're still only at half health. So I feel like ammo capacity would be better so we can shoot for longer without reloading, or a critical hit rate boost for the shotgun. I'm probably gonna go with that one because I get swarmed a lot, and it's going to be a lot easier to blast people away with a shotgun. There's also not a huge amount of variety in the game. Like, obviously there's these kinds of enemies, but they basically just kind of walk towards you. There isn't really any change in their behavior besides going from walking to crawling. And we just got a little health pack there. Another reason to never really, maybe not never, but not prioritize, at least in the beginning, health, because you can just get hit so many times and not really have to worry about your health. Like, I've been swarmed at least 2 or 3 times already, and I'm not dead yet. So we could do increase the shotgun fire rate, or add a fire damage to enemies hit by shotgun, or a critical rate of the shotgun. So I think we're just gonna do crit rate again, try to get as much damage as possible. It's also really difficult to understand the reasoning why some of them are crawling and why some of them aren't. Like, they start crawling back there and then they get up and run, and I feel like the only reason they would actually crawl is if I had like an explosive, like a grenade or something that takes their legs out and then they have to crawl. But right now they're kind of just spawning while crawling, which is interesting. Like, why did it come out of the subway already crawling? I don't get it. There's a lot of interesting decisions that are made in this game. So these blue markers are your experience, and they fill up that experience bar. Another thing is not really being able to see the options to upgrade because there's enemies in the way, which is a little bit annoying. Let's see, we could do landmine traps or critical rate of the shotgun again. Let's actually do crit rate on the shotgun again. Hopefully we will just be critting like crazy. Even though the fire rate's pretty slow, we should be able to deal with all these people pretty quickly because of that crit rate. Pretty much one shot each. And now one's clipped into me and coming completely out of the side. So definitely a lot of work needs to be done in this game before it is really playable. So the blue marks allow you to get experience, which lets you level up in game, and then the gold Bitcoin looking currencies allow you to buy things out of the game, which gives you better upgrades starting off, so you don't have to be starting at 0 every single time. I will say this is a free game, so there's really no reason not to try it. Just be aware that it is extremely early on in the development, and it's going to take quite a long time, based off of what I'm seeing, to have it into a fully fledged, really playable game. Like, even throughout me filming this review, it's not fun, really. Like, I hate to say it, but it's just like, it's so repetitive. It's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And we aren't even done with this, like, this first level. We've been playing it for 6 minutes. That's it? Really, 6 minutes? Feels like a lot longer. There's just like really no visual representation of any kind of progress within the game. It's just the same enemies over and over and over again. I would say this is like more of a mobile game that just happens to be played in VR rather than an actual VR game. The controls and the visuals and the gameplay just really seems like a $1 game on the Google Play Store. So at the end of the day, I would say this is not worth it. It's extremely repetitive. You get really, really bored really quickly. It's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's not fleshed out. It's difficult to see the impacts. It's difficult, like, there's no indication for critical hits. The weapon selection is like 2 different weapons you can choose from. So yeah, to me, not worth it. Yeah, like, I'm just gonna sit here and you can watch my health chunk down, but look how long I'm being swarmed for. And of course I can't even check my health because there's an enemy in the way. Look, I'm not even doing anything, and it's still taking a pretty long time to go down. I have never even attempted to increase my health. Even the mixed reality part of it just isn't very appealing. Like, my hands disappear under the floor of the item here, so I can't even see my hands. It's a bit of a mess. If you do want to try it, it is free, so you are able to play it for free, and it will continuously be free, and then we'll have microtransactions within the game itself. So it's a free game. Play it if you want to, but honestly, I wouldn't really waste my time on it. Thank you for watching.